What is your name?
Paul Blatt,
Where are you from?
Oak Park, Michigan.
What type of community service have you participated in?
I've done a lot of different community service, whether it be coaching individuals, helping at our synagogue, and other volunteer opportunities like helping with the food pantries, wherever things are needed.
What role do you think volunteer work plays in building a community?
Most organizations that have without the use of volunteers. So if they are on a very tight budget that they couldn't afford to pay people for the work that's out there. So volunteers essentially do the work of people that organizations wouldn't have the ability to do without them.
How did you find your way to this organization or volunteer work?
Every opportunity, it is something that I'm interested in, or an organization that appeals to me in some way, that I've sought out an opportunity, or somebody I know has brought me to that opportunity.
Can you explain the purpose of this organization or volunteer work?
So, when you're talking about volunteering as a hockey coach, the purpose is to teach a sport, teach young people about being part of a team, about growing as individuals, about trying their best. So there's all different ways that by volunteering as a coach that you really can impact young people's lives. When you're volunteering at your religious organization, again, we have 500 people that belong and only 3 paid staff. So a lot of the things that happen there couldn't happen without the expertise of the volunteers.
Can you tell me the specifics of what you do during this volunteer work?
So, it would probably be easier if I only volunteered one area to be able to tell you specifically on each one. Helping at a practice and organizing games and doing off-ice talks about teamwork is one way that you volunteer. When recently at our synagogue, there was a need for a new rabbi that needed to be hired, and because my work is in the nonprofit area and I've done lots of hiring in the past, I was asked to be a part of that process. So, a year venture for that hire. Took us a year to be able to identify a candidate. So, probably as much as 10 hours a week over that period of time. So, you're really looking at, we had a significant amount of people hours, manpower, to be able to do it. Probably in the thousands of hours just to be able to do that one task.
What do you like most about volunteering?
Most of the time when I'm volunteering, it's for something that I believe in, or something that I'm passionate about. So, when it comes to sports, my father was a sports. My parents were involved in booster clubs for the high school, so it seems very natural to do it. I think when you're volunteering and you're seeing other people impacted, the reward is as much to you as to the organization that you're giving to. So I think it's really important that you find an organization or an opportunity that you feel good about, because it actually enriches your own life, not as much as the other people around you.
What lessons have you learned from your volunteer experience?
Wow. It's amazing because I think you see the good in people as well as the downside of people. You see how you can enrich people's lives, and you see when people are not acting at their best. So it's a microcosm of the rest of the world, and it's always fascinating to see how it impacts yourself and how you grow, but more of how people around you act.
Okay, thank you for the interview.
My pleasure. Anytime.